Hey guys, welcome to Quinian's Budget Crafts. How about we get started on that scatter? I looked at the list and the book pile is what caught my attention, so let's make that. We're going to use some regular old ready board. These little angle finder thingies I made also double as a handy 90-degree finder. So just pick a side and go ahead and cut your foam off nice and square. You need to figure out how big a book is compared to a mini. So hold up this little scrap here and figure it out. But that is pretty small, so how big can I get away with? About that. That's about the size of a large tome. So just rip that little piece off and use that for reference. It's about 3/4 of an inch. So just line your foam up on the grid on the mat and put your guide on there and cut off some strips that are about 3/4 of an inch wide. This is for a stack of books, so they can be a little bit random. Most books generally tend to be taller than they are wide, so reducing just a little bit brings it down to about 1/2 inch. Go ahead and cut those strips into little 1/2 inch chunks, or more or less. If you're building this stack for the Sinister Secrets of Saltmarsh thing, you're going to need 14 of these. Once you get all those cut out, go ahead and take a Sharpie or another permanent marker that has some sort of solvent in it. I know that Sharpie has a solvent that melts foam a little bit. And draw in where the pages will be. You can use the big Sharpie for this if you want to. It's just really pushing the limits on where the paper is going to be, so you have to be very careful. So that's looking pretty good, but it's kind of blocky, so just take some sandpaper, any kind of sandpaper, doesn't matter, and file those edges off of the back side of it. Give it a rounded spine. You can use your mini here to determine how tall you can stack these things before it gets kind of out of hand. Looks like about 3 with these. So now you can either go ahead and stack these ahead of time, glue them together, and then Mod Podge the whole block. But if you do that, it's going to be really hard to paint on the inside and everything. So, go ahead and skewer them on some toothpicks and Mod Podge them individually. I decided I wanted to have one of these open, so I just took one of them and split it in half, and then took some of those pre-printed little pages you can print up and stuck them to the inside. Then just sort of mush it into a basic book shape, put a little hot glue in the crease, and smash it closed. That way it's only open a little bit. If your papers are sticking out the bottom, you can just trim that off with some scissors. To add some color to these, well, just go nuts. Make a few red, make some darker blue. I've got some of this glitter blue stuff I've never used before, so let's give that a shot. Well, that's kind of cool. Do a little bit of a medium sort of green color. Of course, you gotta have a couple of brown books too. Got some metallic purple that looks pretty cool, that might work. And we'll do this open one with the metallic black, just cause, hey, why not? Go ahead and let those dry, and then grab my favorite dingy white, that would be antique white, and paint in where all of the pages are. The little colored blocks aren't very convincing as books, so grab yourself some markers or a pen or some other colored paints, whatever you like, and then just scribble something on there that kind of looks like little pictures or some squiggly writing or that kind of thing. You could put a couple lines on the spine. I had no plan at all while doing this. I was just grabbing random stuff and putting down the first thing that came to mind. To glue these together into a stack, you can use hot glue or white glue or whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to use crazy glue because this stuff bonds basically instantly. These are foam, but they're now covered in 2 layers of paint and Mod Podge, so that'll be fine. Just kind of figure out basically how you want them stacked, and then put a little drop of crazy glue, stick a book on, and put another drop of glue, another book, and just keep doing that. As far as the hole in the bottom, once you get your first couple stacks done, then you can start stacking the others on in a way that will hide the hole. If you want to have a few leaning on it, that's fine. Just put some glue right on the top edge of it and stick it right on there. Then drop your open book right on top of the stack. And there you go. Because of the crazy glue, this all bonded instantly and it's ready to go. Yeah, this pile of books and the individual books themselves are pretty big. The whole pile is 20 by 20 feet in D&D terms. But I mean, it's not supposed to like blend into the background. It's supposed to be a marker that you would notice. So sometimes you just got to ignore the scale. It'll be fine. Of course, if you guys want to help support the channel, you can do so on Patreon, where there are some exclusive rewards, or a one-time donation on Ko-fi. Or of course, you can go to my webpage and use the Amazon affiliate links at no cost to yourself, but it does give me just a little bit when you use those. If you like this video, you might like another one here, wherever, I don't know. And as always, thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.